Hi there, this is Bob Martin with rcsub.com and the Nautilus Dry Docks, and this is my latest diorama. This is a 31-inch Disney Nautilus from the Nautilus Dry Docks kits that we sell. And what this is a depiction of the Nautilus in stormy seas. And what I wanted to do was show you how the display turned out. But I know a lot of people who I've showed this to were interested in how I achieved the water effects. So I wanted to go into that a little bit as well. Now, this was my first attempt at modeling quasi-realistic water, and for the most part it turned out really good. I'm quite happy with it. It took me a little bit of trial and error, but I think I stumbled upon something that actually works quite well, and I'm going to pass this along to you in case you ever had the desire to try it yourselves. As you can see, the water effects are clear, so you can actually see the model underneath the surface of the water. Now the white caps, the foamy spray, is a paint, but it is actually translucent, so the light from the kit, when I turn it on, does shine through. So the idea behind this was to create a wrinkled finish to the water, and but also be clear and easy to work with. And what I came up with is this. Now, this is a sheet of clear acetate. It's used in the old-fashioned overhead projectors. You can get these at your local office supply store. Fairly cheap and inexpensive. You get a box of 100 for about 20 bucks, I think. This particular build took up, I believe, 4 sheets of acetate. As you can see, it's obviously smooth and quite clear. But what we're going for, again, is that wrinkly texture. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrinkle it. Now, what I do is I'll wrinkle it in one way, and then I'll smooth it out, and then I'll crinkle it back up again. So you can see what you're left with is a very randomized, rippled effect that looks somewhat like stormy water. And you can play with this. You can unbend certain creases if they don't look good. You can have parts of the wave higher than others. What I like about this product, of course, is really easy to work with. You just require a pair of scissors and you can cut it to shape, which is what I did with this model. Basically set it in place, cut out the sides, used glue to adhere it to the side of the model, and then I can adjust my waveforms however I wanted them to. So basically I went through the entire model, created my waves in certain areas. You can see in places like here, here, and in the back I actually brought the plastic up over the lip of the model, and that's what I used as a basis for the splashing waves and froth. Once you have the plastic adhered to the model, adhered to the base, it's very, very see-through, doesn't look very stormy. What I did to hide the seams and also to add visual interest and a little bit of murkiness, I used some of the water effects from Woodland Scenics, and this is a great product. It's the water effects. Now there's also another product that actually creates running water or smooth water, but this is what I used for the raised water ripples all over the surface. And basically what you do, you squeeze it out, and this is just like a thick white glue when it goes on. It's opaque and white when it goes on, but it dries clear. I basically smeared it all over the crests of all of the major waves and used a stiff bristled brush and basically dabbed all over where the effect was, and that creates the raised little frothy waves that come on the top. You let that dry, and basically, like you said, you've got a mixed up, frothy looking water surface. It took me quite a few layers. In some places, again, I wanted to build it up, get some more opaqueness in place. And then what I did to highlight all the crests, I took a white paint, a straight white paint, and I dry brushed all of the tips. So basically you just take paint from your jar, wipe it clean on a paper towel, and then you lightly brush across the tops of all of the waves. And that highlights anything that stands out, and it leaves anything that's beneath unpainted. That's it. Really, there is not much to it. Afterwards, I got this on. I actually used some cotton balls, and I stuck it on with the water effects, pulled it up so that there were some strands that came up. You can see that most in the back here. Again, that gives a little bit of an illusion of water droplets flying over the top. The entire model was hit with gloss clear to make it look nice and wet. But play with it. You know, water is a tricky thing to model, but it's a lot of trial and error, and it's actually a lot of fun. So, wishing you the best of luck. Hopefully this helped you out a little bit. If you have any questions or comments, you can always email me at bob@rc-sub.com anytime. Feel free to check out my YouTube channel, RC Sub Guy, and take a look at some of my other projects. Thanks a lot for watching, and catch you next time.